to the stand. I carry that crest in my hand, rain on my shoulders, still I stand. Tell me who wears it like we can. Mud on the boots, heart of gold. Those stories living in the cold, every name that the walls still hold. I was born for this, I was told. Hear that roll in the air, feel that fire everywhere. We don't bend, we don't fold, we were cut from that blue gold. Blue till the end, blue till the end. We rise again, we rise again. Blue till the end, blue till the end. This is our name, this is our skin. When the pressure comes down hard, we don't flinch, we play our part. Every scar on the badge says more than 1,000 songs before. From the first whistle to the last, we remember where we came from fast. No throne, no crown, no borrowed fame, just a city calling out that name. Hear that roll in the air, feel that fire everywhere. We don't bend, we don't fold, we were cut from that blue gold. Blue till the end, blue till the end. We rise again, we rise again. Blue till the end, blue till the end. This is our name, this is our skin. Let the whole ground shake, let the whole world know. We don't chase a moment, we are the home. Hands up high, voice up loud. Same old pride, same crowd. Blue till the end, blue till the end. We rise again, we rise again. Blue till the end, blue till the end. This is our name, this is our skin. Yeah. Ooh. Blue till the end, blue till the end. Loyalty stays even through the storm. From the bridge to the stand, I carry that crest in my hand, rain on my shoulders, still I stand. Tell me who wears it like we can. Mud on the boots, heart of gold. Those stories living in the cold, every name that the walls still hold. I was born for this, I was told. Hear that roll in the air, feel that fire everywhere. We don't bend, we don't fold, we were cut from that blue gold. Blue till the end, blue till the end. We rise again, we rise again. Blue till the end, blue till the end. This is our name, this is our skin. When the pressure comes down hard, we don't flinch, we play our part. Every scar on the badge says more than 1,000 songs before. From the first whistle to the last, we remember where we came from fast. No throne, no crown, no borrowed fame, just a city calling out that name. Hear that roll in the air, feel that fire everywhere. We don't bend, we don't fold, we were cut from that blue gold. Blue till the end, blue till the end. We rise again, we rise again. Blue till the end, blue till the end. This is our name, this is our skin. Let the whole ground shake, let the whole world know. We don't chase a moment, we are the home. Hands up shoulders, still I stand. Tell me who wears it like we can. Mud on the boots, heart of gold. Those stories living in the cold. Every name that the walls still hold. I was born for this, I was told. Hear that roll in the air, feel that fire.
Yes, good people, big up to all of you. Welcome back to Chelsea Perspective. Welcome for another edition of the not Chelsea New Random Show, but once again, it's still 11 a.m., 11:07 a.m. for me, so it's still the Blue Morning Show. I do hope you're all doing well. Not a lot to talk about today, but we'll talk about the manager's interview. We'll talk about the possibility of Enzo Fernández remaining at Chelsea, Alejandro Garnacho's future, and the possibility and whether I would still be able to sign Pep Chavarría. And we'll talk about Andrey Santos joining Manchester United. We'll talk about players that Chelsea are rumored to be interested in signing. Quite a lot to talk about. And as the show progresses, you know it. If anything new emerges, this will be one of the first places you hear about them. And without wasting much of your time, I'm going to say hello to those of you in the chat already, because we keep it interactive here. It's not just about the panelists, it's about us. We come here, have a good conversation, and try to arrive at a sensible conclusion. We don't run an echo chamber here. It is always a debate and rarely a union. Yes, Coach, did you manage to tell Ancelotti that it was haramic to leave out João Pedro and Andrey Santos? I'm not sure what he did there, but at least João Pedro. Not too sure about Andrey Santos. Let's see, what else do we have here? Garnacho bet to leave. I think he's gonna leave. How soon? I don't know. If he stays, I'm not sure how we're gonna manage that. Nipun Sharma, my bro, always nice to see you. I appreciate you for finding the time to join the conversation. Sorry that I haven't created a command to always link people to your YouTube channel. I will find time to do that. Big up Nipun, and thank you for joining the conversation. Are we even ready? I think we're ready. Yep. We'll start with the manager's first interview to see what he has to say. He did something that a lot of Chelsea fans are losing their minds about, not in a good way, because he wouldn't walk on the Chelsea crest when walking into the vicinity. Maybe we've not been paying attention. Maybe other managers did the same, but because we've not been paying attention, we haven't noticed that has always been the case. I've told people on X that I'm done. I'm done aura watching. If the manager wants, he can come to the training ground with pajamas, slippers, and dreadlocks. Just win games and trophies. That's all I want from him. Give me a second here. All right, let's keep going, but keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Without wasting much of your time, we go news hunting. Not in any particular order. So because we're news hunting and we are on Vince's timeline, we're just gonna scroll through his timeline, and whenever we see anything interesting, then we look at it and have a good conversation about it, if it deserves it, or if it warrants it, maybe. And hopefully we get one or two more panelists join me so you can get diversified opinion and not listen to I alone waffle. But if you haven't, please take a second, drop a like on the video, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We should have at least 5 likes. That's because we have 11 people following the show. And what you see on the screen is Jesse Derry arrives in Portugal to complete his loan moves to Sporting CP. Look how many people are at the airport to welcome him. The kid will feel great already, and I'm happy the way they're treating him. I hope he gets to play because having 100 people wait for him at the airport, it doesn't guarantee he plays. But this is Vince's opinion on Andrey Santos. He says losing Andrey Santos to Manchester United is another site that is not sustainable to build a backup of young players and developing players. 1 or 2 seasons in, they would want to play more or leave. However, Bluco wouldn't bother because those players must have shown some promise to be able to attract interest and profit inside. If you're not going to stay, if they like you, they will let you know. They will make the world know they like you. But yeah, I think it makes sense that a young player would want to leave so they get to play week in, week out, or regularly if you prefer, to continue developing. Because if you stay at a big club where there are other more experienced players than you, or better players than you, and if the club doesn't have too many competitions, if the club isn't involved in a lot of competitions, then yeah, your development will suffer if you stay. And I'm not that sort of person that would, for selfish reasons, decide to keep a player that'd be better off leaving to continue developing. So good luck to him, except when he gets to play against Chelsea. Xabi Alonso, there you go. Something I've been waiting for. But let's see if they still do the video. Okay, that's exactly what they just did. Xabi Alonso says the message is we want to share that belief that good things will come if we are together and if we create this strength. It has to come from us to bring the energy. Together, we can achieve great things in the coming years. Looking far beyond his contract, that's the way I read that, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just happy that we get to hear what he has to say, or what he said during his first interview with Chelsea manager. Interesting stuff. Yep. All right, let's say Alejandro Garnacho can leave this summer and he's not untouchable in case of any good proposal on permanent deal. Chelsea are ready to open doors to exit with initial movements started in terms of clubs keen. So there are actually clubs interested in signing him. No, what is happening? I forgot to share it, but I'll take care of it in a bit. Dang it. Give me a second here. How am I going to do this now the most effective way? Okay, I know what I'm going to do. But keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way, and also do subscribe to Chelsea's Perspective if you haven't. I know we owe you guys a giveaway, but we're waiting for more of our community members to know that we've started streaming consistently again. Then we'll do the custom kit giveaway, which we promised our followers that we'll do once we get to 30K subscribers. An important milestone. One that, yeah, I definitely couldn't have done it alone without your support and all the excellent panelists we have here who understand that we all don't have to agree. That if we're all agreed, then something is definitely wrong. But just give me a few minutes, let me send them links so that to ensure you get diversified opinion and not listen to me alone waffle. And we have the captain of the community in Constantine in the chat there asking me if I want to host the show alone. No, I don't. All right. I like people to get diversified opinion. I don't like people to get a single person's opinion. Get diversified opinion, then yeah, draw your own conclusion, and yeah, that's how we operate here. All right. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Honestly, I'm serious about that. So what else do we have here? Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. So Garnacho, let's see what Chelsea fans have to say. I don't, with this approach, I don't think it's going to cost, it will slow down my system because yeah, my system is due for a change now and I haven't done that. But let me be cautious here. Give me a second. Let me find the best way to handle this. Maybe once we're done, we'll just click back. Let me see what Chelsea fans has to say with regards to the arrival of Xabi Alonso. This one don't carry energy. Come, at least, yeah, pidgin English there. At least you get sense past the rest people. Okay, no go Dragamo. Let's see. Signing the playbook for world domination, one blue jersey at a time. The new slogan is what I like. You cannot tame us. I hope this will be our best season in years. I think it will be. Hopefully we'll we'll get the players we're looking to sign across the line as soon as possible, not later in the transfer window. Because, yeah, as Bobby argued, it would be better of having them available for preseason. I think that will make the managers, the process of that will make it a lot easier for the manager to implement his approach. Once you mention things like work together, energy, belief, I will automatically take you seriously. That's according to Don Nas of Chelsea. Modern football is about these things. You cannot win if you won't run, sacrifice, work together, fight. These are the things that we lacked. The season should start now. We are ready. All right, let's see. Xabi Alonso already spreading the belief together we can achieve great things. Who else is fully backing this Chelsea project? I'm on board right now. I had questions, but this is a good start. Hopefully, we'll sign the players he wants to make the whole process a lot easier. That will make me a lot happier. God bless Chelsea. I like that. Some prayers for our beloved club. And that's a good one. That's somebody had, yeah, somebody does. All right, let me just leave it at that. My Gefa is here to win. Cannot wait for the season to start. Yes, nice one. I think a lot of Chelsea fans, I don't think for a while now, we've had a manager that a lot of Chelsea fans support as much as they support Xavi Alonso. Happy days. Hopefully, more importantly, we're able to get across the line the signings we're looking to sign for him. But despite the way, we have the captain of the community on the panel with me in Constantine Dundee. But before he speaks, I want to say hello to my Ghanaian sister in Shea Wendy. Wendy, thank you for joining the conversation. I hope you've dropped a like on the video. If you haven't, please head on to YouTube and do that for us. Dante, big up to you. He's here. The man is here, and they've interviewed him. Nothing too special, and I don't care. And you've heard me say, I'm done aura watching. I'm done aura watching. Aura doesn't win you game. If he likes, he can, yeah, go to training sessions with pajamas, flip flops, and dreadlocks. Just win games and trophies. I'm not doing that aura thing again. I know, yeah, it's fun, but I'm done really. But Dante, let's say, yeah, big up and thank you for finding the time to join me on the panel.
Yeah, big up, coach. Everyone in the
Big up
chat.
to you.
Big up, Wendy. Yeah, look, he's not really about aura, to be honest. He's a very simple guy. Like, he dresses simple, simple, classy, but he doesn't go, he doesn't do the aura like probably like Maresca, in the three-piece suit and the really expensive shoes. And no, he's pretty calm. He's a pretty calm guy. Not too much aura. I think that's just something made up from the fans, to be honest. Just because of.
I mean,
obviously
I
his
think aura
pedigree.
practically, from the perspective of the fans, simply means style.
Yeah. I think more down to actual his achievements. I think more than anything, to be honest, and his look. I guess the way he looks as well, but he's not that type of guy that dresses up like too crazy. You saw how he came today, just in that the button simple shirt, just simple pants and very simple shoes. Nothing. He didn't come in a stretch limousine or an expensive car. He just came with his driver in the van, the typical one that goes around London. So he doesn't seem like he cares too much about that, which is good. We don't need that. So I'm
Not
happy
an
with that.
issue for me. In Nigeria, they say your kit doesn't win you games.
Yeah. It's true.
Honestly,
It is true. Yeah.
and I don't know. It's been a while since we had a manager the majority of the fan base are rooting for or support as much as they support, or maybe looking forward for him to get started as much as they're looking forward for Xavi Alonso to get started.
Yeah, well, like I said, the name, what he's done, where he's been, coming from Real Madrid, of course, biggest club in the world, pretty much. So I think, yeah, that's where the aura lies. The rest of it is made up quite a bit from, a lot of fans. That's just something they want to put in there. But yeah, he's not exactly that type. Yeah, he's a bit arrogant in his ways, but he's very, which all the best ones are. But he's very simple when he comes. Like I said, he's not that flashy type of guy. He's not one of those flashy type of aura. So that's good to see.
Good to see, and I'm happy that he's here. I think because we're news hunting, I'm avoiding opening the tabs to have the items we're going to discuss arranged in a certain order, but it's been problematic. It slows down the system, and I think the system is due for a change. I don't think I understand this particular report that much, but let me read it to you. So let's get your opinion on that. It says Alejandro Garnacho can leave Chelsea this summer, and he's not untouchable. That's clear, very clear to understand. In case of good proposal on a permanent deal, Chelsea are ready to open doors to exit with initial movements. That's the latter part of the second paragraph is something that I say is a bit confusing to me. Chelsea are ready to open doors to exit with initial movements started in terms of clubs keen. So I'm guessing there are clubs already keen on signing him. The question now is whether they'd be able to meet Chelsea's valuation of the player. Wendy is saying, big up to you, Dante, but let's hear you. I think, I pretty much understand it, but some, you could say, quirky phrase in there, in my opinion, but let's hear you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a bit of everything in that sentence, pretty much. Like you say, look, it's no secret he's for sale because, I think the formation doesn't suit him, to be honest, and that's the major one. I think he maybe would have got another go, or he would stayed. I think if there was a manager that came in that plays with wingers, touchline wingers, well, then I think he probably would have stayed. But that's not the case. And for sure, Alonso's probably signed off on it to say, yeah, probably won't be using him as much because of that. So he's expendable. Like a lot of the other players, we kind of thought that might be expendable under Alonso. So far, we pretty much got a hit on all of them, to be honest. So, look, it is what it is. Like I said, we bought him for that 35 million plus the add-ons. Those add-ons wouldn't be inachievable. So it is probably around the 35 million. So it's not a big, I think they took the risk, knowing that.
It was just an opportunity to sign a player that you could say that if it ends up not working out, they'd sell him for
It's
a
a low
good
risk,
price.
yeah. It's a low risk
But
in that sense. And we needed wingers. And let's not forget, we had the UEFA thing over our head, so we can only sign players under 21. And he was one of those, same with Gittins. So that really helped us to sign those players more because
so it
they
was
were
a known risk.
under the age limit as well, and for the the UEFA European football, etc. We weren't able to sign anyone over because that's when they handed down some of those new laws and to punish us as well. So yeah, that was, like you said, quite an opportunistic signing because of that as well. It helped bring another body in just in case, and we can do it. It's not a problem. So yeah, look, it didn't work out, unfortunately, and I don't see it working out with Alonso because I don't see him using him. To be honest, I don't see him playing as a wing back. I don't see him playing as a 10.
You can't do that.
No, yeah. So I don't think he will. There's no point him staying. They're gonna have to look for him for a move. They want to sell him, but don't be surprised. It eventually might be a loan because that also brings money, a lot of money in doing the loan way. Unless someone comes with probably what we spent, 35 million, and I think there'll be a lot of clubs actually that play in that style that would like it, especially in the slower leagues like Italy, Spain, etc. I think he'll do very well there in a system that utilizes wingers like him.
I'm navigating my daughter wanted to come into the office plus sending her back to her mom. At the same time, she's gonna put something for them on the TV. Yeah, they're on holiday, so it's difficult at this
Yes,
timing.
it's all those.
Yeah.
Yep.
So as okay, more a breakdown. I think this guy does it very well. Mickey Dejan.
Go back
Mickey
to mama.
Dejan. Sorry.
Go back to mama. Tell her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, Xabi Alonso's first Chelsea interview, part one of two. I hope we're going to see the part two. Xabi Alonso unsettling in at Chelsea, settling in, good vibes, and I am looking forward to him, according to him. Xavi on becoming Chelsea's manager, it feels great. It's a big honor to be part of this club. One of the best in the world with great success over the last decades. It's a big privilege, and now I am looking forward to the challenge. Xavi, on the culture he wants at Chelsea, you cannot hold anything back. Everything is for the team. Hard work is the most. We need to create that culture, and it starts here in the daily process at Cobham. And then he says the potential of the team and the squad made me really excited to find a squad to work with, create a football idea, bring excitement to the stadium, and connect with the fans. And then he went on to say, we want to share the belief that good things will come if we are together and create this strength and power that the club has. The energy has to come from us, but together we can achieve great things. Xavi on building success. Success is a consequence of good work quality, decisions, and the good culture we want to build. That's the beauty of such a complex but exciting process with so many people involved. I like reading this guy's breakdown of the interview. It's a presentation, not breakdown. And then he says it's always about getting the best out of everyone. Everyone must be committed to the final goal, being the best we can and giving our best. If we share that feeling every day, we can be optimistic about the future. He says, I know the energy this stadium has. We need to create that energy and build that bond between all parties of the club, the fans, the owners, and the players. That makes me happy. Of course, I remixed that. Xavi and what convinced him to join Chelsea. The way this team has played and competed at the highest level not so long ago gave me assurance that the potential is there because of the quality of the players and the football they have played. Now the work is to carry on many of those things and reach a very competitive level. That gives me that reminds me of when Michael Emanalo, who was the manager we fired at the time, after performing poorly in a particular season, he wasn't happy. We sacked the manager. And I think was it we hired a new manager, and he said something to the same effect that remember did mention how the same crop of players were the ones that won the league a few seasons ago, a season ago or so. I can't quite remember, but I'm trying to put it together, but I'm not able to do that right now. I'm getting old. But Doctor, let's hear you.
The system is a bit old, coach. Like you said.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, look, of course, saying the right things. Very much emphasis on culture, and that's
Which is the
probably
most important thing, really.
it is. Look, it's very important. If you've got that, well, then you've got a team. They're willing to play for each other. There's no guys that playing for themselves, etc. So, yeah, of course, it makes a big difference, and that is his type of football, and that's what he struggled with at Real Madrid, because there's a lot of egos there. There's a lot of
and he was just a head coach at Madrid.
yeah, so it's not like he could have really stamped his too much of an authority there. He tried a little bit and it backfired, so he's not there anymore. So I think he realized, a good experience for him though. I think he realized probably that will only help him going forward, but he probably realized that there's no point staying there, because he's just not going to get listened to, and they're not going to do what he's probably his instructions. So probably realized he's better with younger team, a team that he can mold himself and bring the players he likes, so that really wasn't, he didn't get that opportunity at Real Madrid too much to do so, and probably they didn't give him the opportunity to do it in a second season. The players have all the power there, those players that are there.
They pretty much dictate where they each want to play.
Pretty much, yeah, and that's why guys like him don't do usually that well. You have to someone that's got that can really control those guys, and demand that respect. So I'm sure he had it, but obviously it wavered at the end. It didn't match up, and he left. So
And probably you could say during the incident following their loss to Real Madrid, um, he pretty much gave up. He pretty much didn't want to be there.
I pretty much, yeah, that's what I think, and that tells me from what he's saying, because usually you tend to say things like that when you've experienced them, and that's why he's emphasizing culture very much. He's seen how he can get out of control, and he sees the
He's
damage.
just not mentioning Real Madrid. He's talking about Real Madrid, but just not
In a
mentioning it.
sense, we just
You
do
know, they
that
said to
consciously.
detail. You can find details in what someone didn't say. If
Exactly.
you if you're you can say intelligent enough to you analyze what they're saying. But go ahead.
Exactly. It's just the part of the human brain of what we do, that we say stuff like that that's happened recently, and we go to another place where we want that. It kind of comes out to me. That's how I read it, and that's why he's very much emphasizing that, because he's been there where it's out of control a little bit, and it didn't suit him. So he wants to grab the control here and make sure it's right, and that starts by getting the ones out that he doesn't think are going to do that, and bringing ones in, like I said, there's really hardworking type of players like Palestra, like Chavarría, like Xhaka. So yes, definitely that's been a emphasis in his first quotes, the stuff that he said. He mentioned it pretty much every paragraph. There's a mention of it, and that's what I took out the most from it.
I mean, yeah, his your past experience is definitely in one way or the other define how you speak about similar situations. And I'd say to some, you could say to a very large extent, it's a good thing that he had to experience that because before becoming our manager. Even though you could say he's able definitely to command control at Chelsea because none of them can measure what he achieved during his playing days.
Exactly. Yeah, it's going to benefit us as Chelsea. Yes, it didn't benefit him obviously, but financially it was, I'm sure, fine, not a problem financially, but as in relationship and stuff, it didn't benefit him, but it definitely will benefit him going forward, and it will benefit Chelsea a lot, I think.
He does need that experience. And please, if you're watching or following the show on X, if you don't mind, please kindly share to help us reach more people. That also aids the growth of our YouTube channel. And remember, we will wait so that the members of our community uh, know that, yeah, we've started streaming consistently again. That's when we're going to do the giveaway. Well, we're not going to fulfill that promise. We will keep it. We will always do here. Modminer there saying hello to people. Let's see what else we have here. We haven't actually addressed this one. So Xabi Alonso on the competitiveness of the Premier League. Is the most competitive environment to find in the world. This is what excites me. This challenge, this chance to prove that we can do great things and that we can create a solid base to be competitive as soon as possible. And we want to start good things in the first years and the first games. Wow. I like the confidence. I
Yeah.
like the confidence. He's not making excuses. I hope that lasts, but he's not. That's not the person that actually gives up. And what I've learned from his time, what I learned from his time at Leverkusen is that he's a quick learner. Hardly ever repeats his mistakes, which is a sign reflects truly that one is intelligent. But let's hear you, Dante.
Yeah, look, like I said, these interviews, they're always gonna say, what you want to hear in a way, but it's expected what he said there. But yeah, you just have to look at his time as Leverkusen, what he did there, and how he did it, and
And what
yeah,
happened after each, you could say, setback?
yeah, that he really, yeah, he found solutions pretty quickly and adapted very quickly. So he's gonna need that in the Premier League, definitely. That's something you have to kind of do in the Premier League. You can't be just one way, like people saying Maresca's one dimensional, which wasn't true, by the way. But
No, that was one of the biggest lie about Enzo Maresca is that he's the one. He's a one-trick pony. Never was.
never
Never
was.
was. It's
So
just here's where what people say that they focus on how he likes to invert one player on either sides just
Yep.
to, and that player's job is just to overload areas and ensure we have numerical advantage over the opposition at
Exactly.
any given time on the pitch. But that's the only thing people seem to have noticed at the time. They don't pay attention to how we almost always play with a fluid approach in the attacking area in the final third. There are a lot of things we do differently. And how we play on any given day depends on the opposition. But go ahead. Apologies for cutting you off. You know I like to
Yeah,
do tappings.
that's fine. The tap-in is there. It's fine, no problem. Yeah, look, he adjusted for oppositions, playing different players for different opposition, etc. So yeah, he did that. Yes, he definitely did that well. And yeah, that was an excuse. Well, Xavi Alonso, people might think he was going to be doing the same because it doesn't look like it's too much different, but yeah, he's not. He adapts at halftime as well. I've seen many games where he's changed at halftime. If you remember, I was saying when they were down in the title, when they went unbeaten, where they were down numerous times, down 2-0, down 3-1. I think when I saw one of the games, and he had to really quickly change it, and he didn't wait around. He changed it pretty much straight away at
He's very
halftime.
proactive, yeah.
Yeah, so he did it, and he bear fruit because they got the results. They won a couple, draw the other couple of games, but they kept the unbeaten run going. So he can do that quite quickly when he sees something's not going right. So that's a good sign. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't hesitate to make changes. He doesn't, yeah, and they were for me. They are the way they dealt with setbacks during games. Something you could argue not a lot of clubs in the world are able to do that. It was special. So they started the real comeback kings, I must say, really.
Yeah, and that was down to tactical adjustments,
Yeah,
substitution.
not necessarily the commitment part of it, but mainly tactical adjustments. Yeah.
Yeah, and taking the players out that would doesn't suit that type of football and putting more attacking players, etc. So doing the right things basically. So he does that. So I noticed that. So he does that a lot. Yeah. So the only time he didn't work was in the Europa League final.
A
That's when
more
he
you can
didn't.
say a more pragmatic and more experienced manager in Jose Mourinho, right? And then the final too.
The final, yeah, the
Which
final.
of the competitions did Mourinho most club knock him out
No, I think Mourinho was in the Conference League at the time with
in
Roma.
the
It was
Conference
different.
League?
Yeah, he won.
Then in the final, Atalanta
Atalanta,
smacked
yeah,
them.
yeah,
Ademola
Gasperini.
Lookman scored a hat trick.
Correct. Yes, Gasperini. Yes. So
Yeah, I
set
think
up.
I'm just happy he experienced those two unexpected defeats because a lot of people weren't expecting them to lose those games. I think he probably must have learned quite a lot from those two games.
Yeah, they went in heavy favorites, obviously, for that
They were, yeah,
final.
they were heavy
Yeah,
favorites, yeah.
yeah, and that game didn't handle too well. That's the one that I picked that I watched, and he didn't handle that as well. He got a bit surprised with Gasperini's tactics, and that's what some coaches do. Some of those Italian ones, they go full out defensive, changed it completely from
Hit you
their.
on the break.
Yeah, he's changed completely how they usually play. So yeah, he adjusted to it a bit, but a bit too late in that one. It was a bit too late. They put the game away with those 3 goals. So that is the only game I saw that he struggled a little bit. And I think the pressure of a long season, unbeaten in the Bundesliga, winning the cup, and that was to try to get that European Cup as well would have been crazy, amazing. So just came up short. I think the pressure got there to the players as well a bit too much.
Yeah, I mean, I think he changed a lot after the loss to the Mourinho's Roma. It was Roma at the time, right?
Yes, Roma. Yeah, I think it was Roma. Yes.
I can't quite remember, but yeah. Mabast oh 05, aka MB05, is in the building. He's to speak up to the legends Kachila and Captain C. Dante. I am excited for the appointment of Xabi Alonso now that he has signed the contract. Hopefully, he will do some amazing things for Chelsea 100%. You're just praying that happens. I hope it does. Dante, he says, Dante, don't be congregating coach. I never said anything close to that. You're just making up nonsense just to have a go at me. But you go, a comment, is that a comment? That's a comment I'm not seeing here. A comment I saw My director joined the show, but I can't see his comment yet. I'm not sure why. Let's see what else we have here. Kachila, it was harem to leave JP out. If only JP was in the national Brazilian national team, Brazil wouldn't have lost to Norway. Plus, that was a haramic decision made by Ancelotti. Ancelotti disappointed me, and I'm sorry to say that. I love him as a manager. I can't say, but plus Brazil, they're not good enough really because it wasn't just the attack;
Yeah,
they weren't
look,
good
I think
enough. If
there's
we're
not
being
much.
honest,
There's not much dynamic play, but that's down to Ancelotti, the players he chose, and the style of play as well. So I think he got that pretty wrong, going for
but they're
mostly.
not Brazil. See, they're not that good. I don't think they were never good enough to win the competition really.
Yeah, but it's not a Brazilian way of playing the way he got him playing
Oh
either.
yeah, you would you say a little more pragmatic than usual?
Yeah, so I don't
Too
see them
too you could say
enjoying.
too rigid.
Yeah, they don't. I don't think they enjoy that type of football. That's why I kind of questioned Ancelotti's signing in the first place. I knew
They
he's got.
actually extended his contract, right?
I can't remember exactly if they did or not.
I think they did after
It
they
doesn't
qualified for
matter.
the World Cup.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
go
matter
ahead.
too much because he probably, they can cancel at any time. International level, it doesn't really matter. They can cancel it, no problems. But yeah, I had a big questions. His style of football on that team, it's not Brazilian to me, and I think the players struggled because of that as well. Now I'm not, yeah, I'm still. It's not just him; it's a lot of the players as well. But his selections and the style of play, I think, not very Brazilian.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Let's see what else we have here. Dante starts scoring tappings. Yeah, he does that too. And my bro, Nee Zion is in the house. Always nice to see you. Nee had a lot of fun and still on it actually. A lot of travels. He was in the Dallas Stadium, but I had no plans to even get anywhere close to the stadium. And that's the second time he's come close to where I am, and we didn't get to meet. But I think in Las Vegas, when he was at the Cowboys, when he was at what's that stadium called? I was at the stadium too. We spoke on the phone, but I wasn't able to leave. My son at the time was just I think a year in, and I had to stay with them with my wife and with the entire family went, and we couldn't see. But I think it will happen someday. But much love to you, my bro. And if you haven't, please go check out Nee's YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and let him know I sent you. Let me trigger his command. The command will come up soon, but if he hasn't, just click the three dots to his name, Blue Clouds LSC, and then click go to channel. Be sure to subscribe. I'm seeing my director is making a lot of comments, but I'm not seeing it on my main screen. I'm not sure why. Yeah, Jay out. Jay is not on the panel yet. And what's up, Mr. Dante? That's Nee saying hello to you, Dante.
Big up me. Hope you've been doing well.
Yeah, Israel. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing why I'm not seeing your comments on the screen here. Some of you lot still think Spurs are winning something this decade. That's modern manner. Listen, it probably is going to be another league. They would maybe do another better because they're more strategic than Liverpool were. Their signings more strategic, Premier League experienced players, so the integration won't be as complex as that of Liverpool's situation. So I think they're pretty much strategic about it.
Yes, they will
Liverpool's
do better
problem
than
was that a
17th.
lot of
Yes,
players that didn't have Premier League experience. You were saying something, Dante.
they'll do. They'll definitely do better than last season. I can guarantee that.
They will definitely. And you
Not
could say, wouldn't you say that the main reason being the fact that they are signing players from the Premier League, so the transition won't be as complex as as you'd expect from a player signing from a different league.
Yeah, yeah, and that, and obviously the manager experience in the Premier League as well before the players, like you say.
That's an important point too.
Yes, so the manager knows the league, the players know the league. It's going to be more defensive because been a big problem. So that's why they went and got defensive guys everywhere. So yeah, they'll do better than 17th, definitely.
Yeah, I agree. So I'm gonna read what Israel is saying from this window because I'm not sure why I'm not seeing his comment on the main screen there. Did he join from Facebook? I'm not sure. He says, I'm not seeing Alonso staying long because he has lost touch with the fast football in England.
Right.
That's another way of you telling us you're a Manchester United fan. You just don't want him to do well. And I don't think Carrick would do well too. So just go back to directing movies. Don't say anything here again. There you go. I'm seeing his comment now. Nee, a lot of people saying big up to you. And yeah, look at the comment here. He understands the game. He's an excellent tactician. And we're going to finish above Manchester United. So, but yeah, go back to directing movies. Don't talk football anymore. I don't like you. But let's see what else we have here. And this is it, people. Big up, Nee. People, go and sub to my bro's YouTube channel. The link there. Be sure to subscribe. Let's help him get to 100,000 subscribers as soon as possible. He deserves it. Works really hard. Travels a lot. I think he's been to nearly all the stadiums in this World Cup. The ones that he, yeah, because just that he can't be everywhere at the same time. But please make sure to go subscribe. Let's help him continue to grow. He deserves all our support. Anything else here? Anything else to address here? Modmana fighting a lot of people. Frimpong didn't have a Premier League experience. I think how many of Frimpong then? Florian Wirtz then? Who else? I think there's a lot more, right?
Even the striker they signed, obviously, wasn't
Ekitike.
Ekitike didn't, yeah.
They didn't. So yeah, I think that's a whole lot of difference. But for Tottenham, they're strategic. I think they could be chances that they'd be title contenders. And this yourself, believe me, it is time for the
you're going
world
too
to
fast
see
back to that.
what a good coach Michael Carrick is. But I am not taking anything out of Xavi. He's well respected. Not beyond respect, he's an excellent tactician. Yeah. I think he won a lot more than Carrick during his playing days. What else do we have here? And my bro says, I'm lucky to see you guys stream. I am usually, but my job keep, okay, and cool. But thank you so much for joining the conversation, my bro. I appreciate you. I think Carrick will get sacked by Christmas. It's a possibility. I don't wish him well because, yeah, he's a rival manager. Always love my bro. You know that. But let's see. Thank you. And Israel, forget all the love. Just go back to directing. When players don't have a Premier League experience in every starting 11, of course, they will struggle. Yeah, I think Liverpool will be much better in the coming season. Kitila and Dante, what do you guys make of the Raya player 20, Raya Vallecano player 28? I think he's a good player. He's talking about Pep Chavarría, right? I think he's an excellent player. Very hard working. You can't muscle him out. You can't bully him. Let me just stick with that. Let me simplify that language. You cannot bully him. And I think he puts good crosses into the box with intent, not just for the sake of it. But Dante, I'll let you complete that.
Yeah, look, he's a very hard-working player for what we're seeing, and I think in a left wing back, that's what Alonso's looking for. Hard-working. I called him a bit of a workhorse because that's what he is. If you watch him play,
good industry.
Yeah, very industrial. Doesn't stop. Doesn't give up. Doesn't give up on a challenge. Doesn't give up on a ball that's going out. He always puts 100% and really plays really, really hard. And like Kachila said, he's not easy to push off the ball, and he tackles hard. So he's got that, that ability to just keep going up and down, really hard work. And in those positions, and Palestra on the other side, well, he's exactly the same, but younger, but obviously taller and still very physical as well. So, yeah, he's got, and we were talking about that earlier, what he's saying at the press conference, Xabi Alonso, that he's really, pushing that narrative through, that he wants players like that, hardworking, giving it all for the badge. So those two are definitely that type of player. So definitely his signings, and yeah, hopefully we'll get Chavarría officially across the line. But I think it's not far off. It's pretty close.
Yeah, and even though it's not necessary, I would say Palestra is much better on the ball, a better dribbler too.
Oh, much more. But usually you have your more defensive players on that left-hand side, because usually the opposition's right-hand side is always stronger, usually, most likely, most of the time. So he's got that balance where I think he might use Hato there, even Barco, as to rotate that position. But yes, he's definitely more defensive. Palestra is more offensive. So yes, but he, like you said, he can put he's got a few assists, some really good crosses, and I saw some
I think
sitters
that's
miss.
one thing they both have in common. They put crosses into the box with intent, not just for the sake of putting it in the box and let the attacking players deal with it. They aim for their teammates in most cases. But go ahead.
Yeah, look, Chavarría is a little bit more predictable going forward because left foot, the way he plays, like I said, he's more just a hard-working player that chases after everything. But on the other side, Palestra, which can play left wing back as well, yeah, he's very unpredictable. The defenses are going to have a nightmare scouting him and trying to stop him because, yeah, when you can play with your both feet the way he does, and you can take on people and have skill at speed the way he does, yeah, that's going to be trouble. I expect a lot from him next season from Palestra. I think he could be up there for a big surprise player of the season for Chelsea. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. I'm trying to control what's going on in the background. And this place is not soundproof like the Las Vegas one. If they like, let them turn the house upside down. You won't even know. Um,
You got to get some proper doors in that room,
I
coach, and
will. I
split it
will
up.
make adjustments here. Otherwise, it's not going to be easy as long as they're at home. Chavarria deal. Aha, the deal. Do you think it happens? I think it will. The difference, we're the only club interested in signing him. Good scouting work, by the way, and I think you could argue maybe the manager and his staff scout. They're the ones who scouted him. But the point I'm trying to make is this: I think we'll still sign him. I haven't heard that any other club is interested in signing Pep or Chelsea. I've heard Chelsea fans argue that we should just drop the bag and get the man. I think that's a dangerous mindset. We're trying to change that culture of clubs asking for premium whenever Chelsea comes calling for one of their players. I think we'll get the deal across the line, and we've heard that talks between the two clubs are progressing, and the two clubs are confident that they will strike a deal as soon as possible. I'm not going to push for my club to drop the bag for the sake of it to get a player. I think that sets a dangerous precedent.
Yeah,
But
and
let's
it's
hear you,
important.
Dante.
Yeah, it's important for people to understand because he's got a release clause, 25 million. The reason we're not triggering that release clause is because you have to pay it all up front, and there's usually terms and conditions in that type of deal sometimes, not always, but from this one, from what I've seen, there's a lot of other clauses in that contract going forward, etc., that clubs don't really like. So that's why we're not paying that directly. We're trying to and that's not his market value either. So his market value is lower. So we're trying to get him basically the market value and to try to not
Go
get
ahead
that
while I
release
take care of
clause.
this, and just to beg for likes.
Yeah, just not trying to play that release clause because not the second bid went in, I think, for 18 or whatever it is, 19, which is pretty very close to that anyway. So it's more of the structure of the deal and what they're asking in that structure, how to pay it. Clubs these days, no one really pays up front anymore because it doesn't, for the English clubs especially, it doesn't go well on the PSR and a lot of the new rules. It doesn't look good. If you can spread it out that way and pay it in installments, well, it goes much better on the books and you can sign more players and spread that money out. So very much it's got to do with conditions and clauses in the contract because he's got a buyout clause. So they keep saying Vallecano want Chelsea to pay the buyout clause, but Chelsea doesn't want to do that because, like I said, automatically you have to pay everything up front if it's a release clause. So I think that's why we're trying to bid a bit lower. Don't be surprised that they end up actually maybe playing a million or two over the release clause to get it done because of what I said, because the conditions will be much more favorable to do that. So look, they're trying to get it cheaper, and we have to do that. We have to set that standards. We can't do like we did before. We're just paying ridiculous money for players, and yeah, unfortunately, business. These owners are a bit more business
Which, in
minded,
my
and
opinion,
then
is a reckless behavior.
yeah, and the owners are more business minded. The directors are more business minded, and they're always looking to get the deal, the really good deal. It's just in their DNA. That's how they are, and I'm okay with that. As long as that it happens, I'm okay with that. I have no problem with that. We can't do what we did before because it doesn't work anymore. Just can't happen like it did before, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Good question there, Nee. I appreciate you. I'm happy. I'm lucky Dante's on the panel. A much better breakdown than I would have. Pep Chavarría would be a perfect replacement. I don't think. I think he's a different profile. To Mark Cucurella, he's a good crosser. Plus, he crosses with pace and power. More importantly, people don't pay attention to that with intent. There are a lot of players who play on the flanks, either as wing backs or full backs or wingers, that just put the ball in the box for the sake of it. But Chavarría and Palestra both do that with intent.
Yeah, they're aggressive, yeah, aggressive.
And they're
Yeah.
aggressive too. And I think he's a much better crosser than Cucurella, and that's just an opinion. I haven't actually compared their numbers
He
to
is.
see if in
He
fact
is.
that's the case.
He is better. That comes from being a wing back. That's one of your main, sources of creating is crossing. Whereas obviously, Cucurella doesn't play as a wing back. It's very rarely he plays like a wing back. So, he's either crashing the box or defending. But when you're playing as a wing back, you got to have that in your kit, in your toolkit, really, really well. So, you know, analyzing the pitch and putting balls early or holding the ball up. But all the crosses have to be with intent because you're very wide, you're overlapping, you're like a winger basically. So they have to be with intent. You can't go soft on it because then you have to run way more to catch up if the ball goes the other way.
Yeah, I agree with you. Pep Chavarría, well, yeah, I think we've addressed that one. And this Manchester United fan, Israel is still talking. There should be another round of recruitment in Chelsea. Probably Xavi will be in charge, else it will be old engine for a new car, same speed. This guy is good. Now you're writing a script here. I like the way you phrased it. But Israel, I appreciate this is a delicious comment. Had it not been that we're streaming in a vertical format, I would have popped the fireworks and the balloons for you because that's a good comment. But I think we're addressing that. I don't think that would be the situation. Xavi is a manager, not a head coach, and we haven't had that in a while, which means he has the final say. If we sign player A, B, C, D, it'd be because Xavi okayed those signings and he wants them as part of his squad. Yeah. I think there's also a chance that we'll end up not being able to move on certain players. They still be part of the squad, but probably just for the sake of being part of the squad. Palestra has much better end product than Gusto. More complete, but I'm not going to underrate Gusto. I think the lack of consistent usage in a particular position has led to him not. You could say you just wouldn't look at him and say he's an expert at fulfilling a certain role. He is a prime example of what we call jack of all trade and master of none. But that's
I
why we
like
keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. We're still stuck on 9 likes. I think we can do a lot better than that. Please, if you haven't, drop a like on the video and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't.
you
We're
know I like
streaming
Gusto, coach, but you're being a very generous to him there.
to who?
Palestra. Well, you can't compare his output going forward with Palestra. Palestra is like fourth in Europe for take
I'm
on
just saying, to
figures.
his defense, the lack of consistent usage in a particular position, you could argue definitely a factor to consider when trying to figure out why
Yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
hasn't developed as much. As
It
much.
is, but it's just not in his DNA to be forward thinking and to be an attacking player. And I think we saw that when he played as a 10 under Maresca, not one assist, not one shot on goal or target for he played for nearly 14 games in that position. So that just tells you he hasn't got a nous, attacking nous. That's not his game. And yes, he was not asked to do that, but still, you got to have it. You have to, have a little bit of it. And if you're going to compare him to Palestra, well, like I said, Palestra is, way, 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 way more
Unless
advanced
they're actually more complete than some of our midfielders.
than some of our players, yes. But no, I
Yeah,
was just
being
more
honest.
comparing. I was more comparing, saying going forward, because you said, yeah, it's not
I
too
think
far
good
off.
scouting work by the entire scouting team and Chelsea too, because this is a player that's on loan from Atalanta,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
not
yeah.
even a starting player at Atalanta. That tells
Well,
you good scouting work and his potential, and he's actually more mature than a lot of people give him credit for. But go ahead, with what you're saying.
yeah, I think a bit of politics was there because obviously the move, etc. And Italian teams are a bit like that when they swap their players around. They don't want to always play them, blah blah, because they know the club's going to buy them. So yeah, they play around a little bit with that. It's a bit of politics there. That's why he didn't play as much, not because of form,
I'm
because
just saying for Atalanta.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's because he makes the Italy squad. He's a starting wing back for the Italy for Italy as well. So he's already a full international. So yeah, look, that was a really good, very good scouting. But all of us probably thought we're not going to get him because players like that stay in Italy. They don't leave Italy. And when we saw Inter Milan trying to pay 50 plus for a player, we were like, well, he's definitely staying in Italy. He's not going anywhere. But Alonso convinced him. So our directors and Alonso somehow they got it across the line and convinced him to come.
Definitely having Alonso as our manager for me made a lot of difference.
Yeah, it would because if it was Maresca who doesn't play with wing backs, well then you can promise some things, but you're not really going for that player because I mean you're just not going for that player. So yes, 100%, it's on Alonso. Yeah.
I agree with you. He says I prefer the Las Vegas house coach. Like it was more soundproof. Yeah. This is the structure. I think Dante, you've seen the structure. The door, main
I
door,
have, yeah.
connects the living room,
Yeah,
and
it's a bit open. It's more
yeah,
open
exactly.
design. Yeah.
So they're not mature enough that you'd say, okay, go play upstairs.
And the house is big, so it echoes quite a bit.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I'll find a solution really. But thank you for that. I like this house better than the Las Vegas house, I have to say. Glad 49. Okay. Alonso doesn't rate 49. No 49 in training. Who is 49? Who? Stop
What
speaking in
49?
parables. Who?
Is that Garnacho? Not sure.
I'm not sure who is. So I can't quite remember.
Who's our
But
49? Who is
Nemanja, nice to
49?
see you. Can you elaborate or maybe or speak with clarity there? I'm not sure who you're referencing.
Yeah, Garnacho. Yeah, he weighs
Is it
49.
Garnacho? That
Yeah.
that I don't know. Let's see what happens. But yeah, Winstanley
Garnacho won't
out.
be here.
He is ruining. He's not ruining anything now. I think they're doing better now. Kukurea did play as a wing back during his time at Brighton, and he did well. He was excellent wing back for them. But he actually, you could say, the change in the way he crosses might have been due to him playing in a different approach. Because at Brighton, he was one of the best. You could say one of their. I don't want to use this term because I have a dirty mind. He had a lot of balls into the box at the time, but they didn't.
He
They
played
didn't
with a lot
have
of balls. Yeah,
a good.
he could
You could
handle the
say
balls
they
better
weren't
back
that
then.
good
Yeah.
in the final third. You could that those numbers are of his at Brighton. His output at Brighton probably one of the main reasons why we signed him, and plus his
Yeah.
aggressive application on the pitch too.
But yeah, Brighton did switch. They didn't play wing backs all the time. He was a left back majority of the
But even at
time.
that, he created a lot.
Yeah, not he was still very defensive because that's his role, being defensive. Yeah, so that's number one for him. He's not a going forward guy. But yeah, they had left. He played a bit of left wing back, but mostly left back when they changed formation. So yeah, he still didn't create enough though going forward because it's not really his thing. You see him, he's one of those that rushes everything very quickly. So he doesn't have much patience. He's very much a rush type of player, always thinking everything's 100 kilometers an hour. That's how he plays what did you call it, coach? Chaos ball, a very chaos ball he
Yeah,
plays.
he has a very chaotic way of applying himself on the pitch. But more importantly, that chaotic application on the pitch is the reason he's able to unsettle even the best footballers in world football. He's chaotic, erratic, maybe. Erratic is a
Yeah.
word I usually use when defining how Kukurea applies himself on the pitch. He can be erratic but effective at the same time, and it's that erratic application that defines his, you could say, his biggest strength on the pitch.
It
But go
is,
ahead.
yeah, because it unsettles the opposition player.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
and I
does.
think those last 10 games of the season, we didn't see that from him. It just disappeared. That those last dozen games of the season, it just completely disappeared. That part of his, and that was one of the main reasons we struggled quite a lot as well. To be honest,
You can argue lacked hunger, right?
I think so. I think his mind was probably already made up. I think looking back at it now, remember I was saying every week we were talking about it during the games. I'm like, he doesn't look himself. He's not erratic. He's not aggressive. He's very, very different. He's acting very differently. Well, now we know why.
Because they thought Maresca was fired.
That, and also because he probably had in the back of his mind that he's already leaving. He probably had a bit of confirmation that he's going.
I mean, his spirit already gone, had gone at that point. But yeah, but his body was still at Chelsea, just for the sake
Pretty
of
much, yeah, pretty
being
much.
present. Yeah. Is this my bro's YouTube channel? It is Jonathan, the son of Nee. Might be. Is that? Make it clear before I speak about it. Make it clear that you're sharing my bro's YouTube channel before I say anything. But it might be. I know one of his sons is called Jonathan. Please explain. I want to know before I promote my. I be sure I'm promoting my bro's YouTube channel. So Xabi Alonso, we're moving from that one. Xavi says it is the right time for me after my experience in Germany and Spain. I was always excited about trying some time in the Premier League, and it came in the right moment and the right club with a good opportunity, with a good opportunity to fill in. And Premier League is exciting. I hope he's committed, but it sounds like he is committed. I've read we've read addressed something that sounds like he's looking beyond his contract. Actually, Xabi Alonso says that I think a strong culture is already built. There's an important core of the team. So I'm guessing he's referencing the leadership team. And those players that they have established throughout the years, they need to help the young ones to feel that, and that's with the professionalism, with the work ethic, with knowing that the team is the most important thing, not you as an individual. Um, Here's the thing: Cole Palmer will do well, but Alonso, if you're good at analyzing such information, you'd know that he's not here to make one man have a great season while the entire team suffers, while the team as a unit suffers, which is something I need to see from managers. I think Maresca did that too, and something I've told people. I'm seeing people on X going, what's his name? Cole Palmer is going to cook. Will he cook? Yes, he will cook. But I'm been warning people. We're more of a unit than we were when we signed Cole Palmer. Because that year that he joined us, that was under our ex Mauricio Pochettino, right? That to correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, yes.
We were chaotic. We weren't that much of a unit. And because we were chaotic, we had a lot of what I call hero moments. But that because of his footballing intelligence, he was able to exploit them effectively or take advantage. Let me use a more simpler language to take the advantage of those moments. He did that effectively. And the
And he
following
was an
season,
unknown.
I told people it won't be easy to measure the sort of output he achieved under Mauricio Pochettino. Why? Because we've become more of a unit. And that's exactly what happened. He's not going to become a bad player, but he might, there's a chance he does, but it's going to be really difficult. He'll still do well, have an excellent season, help us win quite a lot, but measuring his performance, the sort of performance we experienced from him under Pochettino, that's going to be very difficult. Why? We've become more of a unit. And I think that's going to be even more so under Xabi Alonso. And clearly, if you read this, pay attention. It's basically saying it's not going to be about any individual. It will almost always, and you can say always be about the team. But Dante, let's hear you.
Yeah, like I said, he emphasizes that a lot, pretty much in every paragraph he's spoken so far. So, yeah,
Team,
look,
team is the
it's all
theme.
about the team. Yeah, yeah. No ego, no individuals, etc. So, yes. Look, first of all, Palmer fitness has to be first. Obviously, his fitness has to be at the level that he had before.
I mean, if after resting for 10 years it's not fit
It's
enough, then he just has to go on the knife.
it's not enough. I can tell you from experience, it's not enough.
Seriously.
Well, I told you I had the exact same injury, and that is the one that killed me and finished me, basically, because you can't get rid of it, and there's no surgery for it. There's not surgery. I rested for like I had 8 months off and just doing treatment, working on strengthening around the area and blah, blah, blah. Felt like absolutely the fittest I've ever been in my life. Get back on the field once you start playing again after a couple of weeks because you're straining it and training a lot and playing games. It would come back every single time. I couldn't get rid of it. So, yeah, I hit it pretty well because, yeah, and I think that's why I said that's exactly what he's doing. He's hiding it because you can hide it because he comes and goes, and that's exactly what he was doing. He was hiding it. Yeah, he didn't look good for me in a lot of those games. And how I know it's from his shooting because he could not shoot with power anymore, and that's exactly the problem I had. I hardly ever shot again. I turned into very much assisting, but not much shooting because every time I would force it really hard, like a power shot, it would come up and it would flare up. So, yeah, look, I hope this new medicine. I mean, this was 30 years ago for me, so that's a long time ago. But I hope there's new medicines and new treatments that I do know there's still not a surgical procedure for it. Unfortunately, that just ends it because
It has
the
to
area,
heal.
yeah, with the area where it is, it's very dangerous to operate. So, yeah, they don't have a surgery for it. So it's basically just management, healing, and yeah. But like I said, that didn't work for me. So I never had an injury. I never pulled a hamstring. I never did any other injury in my life. That's the only one I had, and that's the one that kept me down the most. So yeah, look, hopefully he gets over it because that's very important. And he got it pretty young as well. So yeah, hopefully that helps a bit. So we'll see what happens. But
Let's
I
see.
think number
I'm,
one,
I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful.
number one is that is number one. He gets that fitness right because if he doesn't have that, you're gonna see the same Palmer. It doesn't matter what formation he plays, it just doesn't matter because it's in the back of your mind. And that little bit of pain, you can't, like I said, you can't shoot properly. You can pass a little bit, but you can't shoot properly. And I think that's why we saw him missing so many. How many chances do we see him missing? But he's trying to basically almost passing it to the goalkeeper instead of shooting properly. So once I saw that, I was 100% convinced that he's playing through that. So hopefully he gets past that. I think he'll do well because let's not forget if depends who plays next to him, but he's going to have a bit more support around him in this formation. So he's going to have another 10 next to him. You're going to have that striker that drops
Yeah,
back.
you can say. I think Esteva reduces the creative burden.
Correct.
Palestra reduces that creative burden on him.
Exactly.
And if we sign another CM, a 10, who's much better creator than the 10 we have currently have on our roster, I think that reduces. I mean, more importantly, the point I'm trying to make is this: I think it's important that we find a way to reduce the creative burden on him. That will go a long way, and just let him.
Well, yeah, having that next 10,
Yeah,
next to him, but also we'd never had overlapping wing backs like that. So he's gonna have an outlet. He's gonna have the defenders having to keep an eye out wide a little bit more as well. So yeah, we're attacking in this formation. You're gonna attack with more numbers as well. So it gives you it gives you a more more scope to play that way. So I think he'll be all right because of that. But yeah, number one is that fitness issue. Hope there's something and he gets over it properly. Because if it doesn't, you're never gonna see that Cole Palmer again because it's just very hard. You might see it every now and then, one game here and there, but if it keeps flaring up and keeps happening, you're not gonna see that. You're gonna see the
Hopefully it
Palmer
won't.
basically we saw last season, not the seasons before.
Hopefully it won't. Drew, nice to see you out there. Hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the conversation this particular morning. Remember, always a debate and rarely a union. Here, your opinion matters. We don't run an echo chamber here. Okay? All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Xabi Alonso, for me, there are football principles that are non-negotiable to feel passion for what you do. You gotta love what you do. If you don't love it, you're not working. You're suffering. Let's see. In football, you need to be willing to pay all the price to compete at the highest level. So you cannot hold back anything. You need to give everything for the benefit of the team, and the team is always the most important thing. Once again, team, 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 team. That's the theme. Team is the theme in everything he's saying. If you've read the transcript of the
Team and
interview,
culture. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Two, you could say, yeah, and you could say under the culture, the priority, because yeah, if you look at the culture he's trying or he's emphasizing, it's about team. So the main theme, if you've if you've read the transcript or maybe watched the interview, is team. Us, we, no I. He's recognized. He's mentioned. Yeah, we have a talented crop of players, but his emphasis, the theme has always been in everything that we've read so far: team. We, and culture, as Dante mentioned. But under under the umbrella of culture, you find team. I think the culture itself, you can argue what defines the culture. The way, what I've learned from everything we've read so far, team. Yeah, he's trying to. Then overall culture, you could say, encompasses hard work, commitment, everything. So yeah, Dante, it makes good sense to mention culture, but I was trying to dismiss your contribution.
Well, they come hand in hand basically. They're one and one together. Those
Yeah,
two.
I
So
agree.
yeah.
All right, he's okay, and the team is always the most important thing. The latter part of that second paragraph says it all. Don't expect any single individual to be the one to carry the team. Yeah, and it was like that at Leverkusen. The fullbacks was the wing backs were scoring, the midfielders were scoring, defenders were scoring. Even what's his name, Hincapie, did score some leg winners for them.
Yeah.
Jacques has scored from outside the box a lot. Was the one at Liverpool now scored. Florian Wirtz scored.
Wirtz was more the assist guy. Yeah, a lot. He was the
Yeah,
assist guy.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you say everything's shared, and that's a good sign. You don't want a situation where you rely on a single individual to put away all your goal scoring chances. You channel all your goal scoring chances through a single individual once you get to the final third. That can be problematic. I think at some point it became an issue for Manchester City because it was always Haaland, 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 Haaland. And at some point, if you've been paying attention, once it's out of the game, they struggle. Did I
Yep.
any caps there? As the kids would say.
Yep. I agree with
All
everything
right,
you
the
said.
last paragraph reads, we need to create that culture, which is a process. And the process is on a daily basis here at Cobham. Walk, 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 as Conte would say. when Antonio Conte, when he was still at Chelsea, sometimes he doesn't like you hear him say, we have to walk, 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 walk. So it's walk, walk, walk. Xabi Alonso says the opportunity to come to this club was the right one. The potential of the team and the squad made me very excited to find a squad to work with and to create a football idea and to bring excitement to the stadium, slide deep there at Real Madrid.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
When you
like
say,
I say, it's always in the back of a mind when a manager comes like that. He always adds from his last job, always.
hopefully, they will buy into his idea. I think they will. They're all young. They respect him. I think when he speaks, the dressing room listens.
Oh, they
All right.
will. Yeah, they
Yeah,
will.
they will definitely. So here once again, Xabi Alonso on what convinced him to join Chelsea. The way they have not, the way they have not so long ago played. Okay, competed at the highest level. Gave me assurance. I think we've read something similar from that.
Yeah, we read that. Yeah.
Yeah, we read that too. Xabi Alonso, it feels great, but it is a big honor. We've read something to that effect too. Okay, Ben Jacobs on Alejandro Garnacho. There's definitely been an inquiry from who? Al Kazaya. That's a Saudi Arabian club anyway. The moment I saw Al, I knew it was going to be a Saudi Arabia club.
Yeah.
And they are looking for a young left-sided attacker. Does Garnacho want to go to Saudi? We will have to wait. That would be a lot of money for him.
Yeah, money
But
and
whether he takes it at this age, I don't see it happening. He'd probably tell you he's still capable of playing for one of the best clubs in world football. And unfortunately, with him, for him, Maresca is no longer Chelsea's manager, which you could argue is a serious factor. And had Maresca stayed, I think we wouldn't be looking to sell him because yeah, he we signed him for Maresca. But go ahead.
exactly. Yeah. Look, of course, he's still got high ambitions. He's still very young, so I mean, he can go there for to a couple of years and make a lot of money, and have big, probably high numbers. And from what I've seen, it doesn't really deter these national teams selecting players that play there because they have such high numbers, etc. And they kind of force their way into the thinking of national teams. So they still get picked for the national team. So I don't think that is a problem. So it wouldn't be a bad move. If you can secure that bag for a long time, you might as well do it now, and then still got plenty of time to come back to Europe after you get your game up and going. So it's an option for him. He's a young guy. He's single young guy. He probably can do it. He's not. He doesn't have a. He hasn't got a family. I'm pretty sure he hasn't got a family yet. So yeah, you never know. It might happen, but I think most likely will be he
I
probably
think
will
he
stay.
has a son.
Does he have a son? I'm not
I
sure.
think so. I might be right. I might
I
be
think that's
wrong,
his
but go ahead.
brother's. That's his brother's. A brother.
No,
He
I
got
know I've seen him with a little kid at the time that we thought was his son. I'm not sure. I'm quite sure that wasn't Benjamin. That wasn't.
recently with the dreadlocks when he
No,
had the
not
dreadlocks.
recently. That was when he joined us. When I can't quite
Maybe.
remember. I could be wrong, but
Yeah.
I'll search that now. But go ahead.
I think his brother as well, I think, has a kid. Really young, yeah. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He could go, yeah. Like players these days can go. We've seen a lot of them go. Younger ones go there just because.
Yes, Alejandro Garnacho has a son named Enzo, who he shares with his partner Eva Garcia. Baby Enzo was born on October 4, 2023, October 4th. Oh, I have the same birthday as his son. Yeah, yeah, it sounds correct. But go ahead with what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so he does. Yeah, he probably doesn't. I don't follow social media in that sense to look at that. I've only got the X. That's all. So I haven't seen anything really. Uh,
Which, by the way, we forced you to join.
yes, yes, exactly. You did. Yes, you got me on X. Yes, which is fine. It's paid off in a way. It's good. It's not bad, but
I mean,
there
it
is a
helped
lot
us
of
connect more.
yeah, connect more to fans and etc. and other people that are very like-minded. So you make some new friends as well. So that's fine, no problem. Yeah, look, I think he can go. I don't see him that he's got the ego definitely, but I think he would be one of those guys that could pack up and go there for a couple of years and earn a lot of money and actually put up numbers and play well, in that
Yeah,
league as well.
players do that. I'm hearing what's his name that he'd be coming back to Barcelona. I
I
can't.
don't
Am I
know.
mixing things up here? Barcelona, he played for them, then went to Saudi and wants to come back there. Something to that effect. I could be mixing things up, but go ahead with what you're saying.
Yeah, if you actually go to these Arab teams and you look at you'll be surprised how many players international they have.
I mean, the league has improved.
And not just like 35-year-olds. I'm talking about players as young as Garnacho. So there is a lot of them there, and I think obviously it's the money, but at that age, sometimes it's not a bad thing to go away, play, concentrate on your game, get paid extremely well, basically, and you can always come back to Europe. And like I said, it doesn't deter you from the national team because it looks like people that play there still get selected for national teams as long as they put up numbers. So, I mean, yeah, I see that as an option, but most likely he'll probably go somewhere else, like Spain or Italy. To be honest, I think that will really suit him, those leagues as well.
Yeah, I agree with you. Thank you so much. Let's see. Winstanley
But I
needs to
think
be.
the key point we're trying to say is he won't be here for Alonso.
No, it just wouldn't make sense.
No,
Yeah,
definitely not. Yeah.
yeah. And this Winstanley needs to be sacked. I'm guessing that's exactly what you want to say there. And the next item, let's see, we're news hunting, and if we get to a certain point, we will refresh it to see to have newer stuff on the screen here to
Have you
discuss.
seen all the outrage, coach, about the you have to pay to watch the interviews and games and etc. Academy games and that from next season?
We don't have a big stadium. We have to find other ways to make money.
Exactly, but people are really complaining and really going
They
hard at
can
the
complain
clubs.
all they want. If you're serious about watching it, pay up. If you don't, tell me how many of you I will come to your house and or to your store and take things without paying. It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
and
So
that's what
can
I
we
want to bring
stop?
up. Yeah,
Yeah, we should stop the
it's
manufactured outrage. It's a business. Every club on planet Earth, all of them are businesses, irrespective of how you want to see it.
and that's what I wanted to bring up. All the clubs, and it's not just us doing it. All the big clubs do that. First of all,
It
they all
happens
have
all
that.
the time.
It's not
So
just
why
us.
are we complaining? Because yeah, listen, we were lucky we had Roman,
Yeah, he
and I
bankrolled
don't think there
everything.
will ever be another owner that will run any club the way Roman ran that club. There might be somewhere, but these days it hardly ever happens.
Yeah,
Because to
it's
him, it was never about the profit. Even if
he
it
didn't
lost,
care about the money.
we
Yeah,
lose money and losing money at the time was never an issue. But this is a business, and just like every other club. And I did want people at the time. There might be a time where we'll have a business-oriented owners, and they will also prioritize profit. I
yeah, of
get the
course.
biggest lie that they don't want to win; they just want to make profit. Yeah, maybe they will go, and I'm not sure how they're gonna make the profit if they don't win. But
Well,
that's another. I digress. Anyway, that's another discussion
yeah,
for
this is
another
that. So
day.
no, the point I
We're
wanted to make
complaining
is
we don't have a good enough stadium, and yet those you could say what's it called pitch owners are frustrating the life out of the owners actually.
well, they even frustrated Abramovich. Let's not
Exactly,
forget.
they even did it to Abramovich, and yet you want everything to be free. Even
Exactly.
West Ham United has a better stadium than Chelsea, don't they?
Yeah. And all those clubs have to
Yeah,
pay as well
there are
for
some
games, I
some
guess.
clubs playing in the second division that has better stadium than Chelsea, and yet the fans, those that you could say, just allow us move to go build a bigger stadium, but you just want they're saying cultural heritage, blah blah blah. It's
Entitlement.
business first of all, irrespective of what you think about it. But that's by the way. I don't want to start losing my
No,
SHIT
because I
right
saw a
now.
lot of fans losing their SHIT online, obviously. But if you actually look at it, it's $1.50 per month. I mean, I'm sure most of them would probably pay a lot
You
more
know
for a
what?
coffee than.
Why not even start asking for the, if you could say for the hospitality once you get to the stadium, everything, the drink, everything should be free.
I don't get it. Even the ticketing price that he went up, like £10 or something. I'm like, I had such big arguments with so many fans. I'm like, you guys are complaining about 10, £20, £30 for a season ticket. When you're paying, it's not really that much. People come to pay that much for to watch one game sometimes,
I
and you guys are,
used 3, 4, 5 years ago. I used to pay to watch some games, also preseason games.
Yeah.
and I think it was £6 or how much. I think people just don't want to be. You can say don't know how to be sensible. It's a business, and we don't even have a big stadium. We don't make a lot from our stadium.
Yeah. And I know people will bring up, well, why don't we have a shirt sponsor then? I know they'll bring that up. Of course, that's
Yeah,
a
then
big
you
act.
go to church and give your pastor 10% of your earnings.
Yeah, look, it's not that bad. I just wanted to make it clear. $1.50 per month. It's $12 a year, pounds a year. I mean, you're getting exclusive content and you're watching everything for free and doing. I mean, it's not a bad deal, to be honest. It is nothing to complain. It's not like it's £100 or £200. It's £12 per year, and you're getting exclusive access. That's for the people that can wants to get that exclusive access. You don't need to if you don't want to.
You can always wait and watch it later,
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to
and
say.
it's free.
But I saw the guys, most of the guys that are complaining are these big accounts as well that are really I mean, you guys, you pay for everything.
And some
You're
of them
worried.
probably don't watch it.
If you're a real true Chelsea fan, you will pay that no problem because that is your part of your business, what you're doing, basically. Why are you complaining that it's not for free? Unbelievable, these people.
And some of them, I don't want to start talking about that. I don't, because I'm gonna get pissed. I'm sorry.
Let it go. All right,
But
let's move on.
let's see. Wayne Stanley needs to be sacked. There's another comment there that I haven't seen from Chiaka Aloke. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing your comment on the main screen. That looks like a combo of an Igbo and Yoruba name. Correct me if I'm wrong. If that's the case, I like it. But Chiaka definitely Igbo. Always nice to have my people here. I appreciate you all for supporting a brother. I think we'll be seeing pictures of players returning. That's Liam Delap. And I read something that cracked me up. I couldn't stop laughing for almost 1 minute. Somebody says they just be letting everybody in. And
Yeah.
I think it was Tobejo that responded with something to the effect of he didn't say shut up, but basically the only thing he didn't say was shut up. But I think he used an emoji and said he's still a Chelsea player.
Yeah, and I saw that to Omega as well. Why are they letting Omega in the building? Stuff
And
like
Menga
that.
is an excellent signing. He might end up staying and Nicholas Jackson leaving, or the three of them, him, Omega, and what's his name, João Pedro staying. I think the lab could still leave. Could
Well,
stay. I don't
I'm not
know.
sure if you have that from Fabrizio that the he's pretty much saying that Nicholas Jackson for him to stay, he has to be guaranteed to be a starter.
Which will never happen.
That will never happen. I'm sorry. So I think he's definitely going Jackson. There's no way if he's got that in his mind, that type of stuff again. Well, buddy, you're in la la land a bit. You're a bit
If
dreaming.
he wants us to guarantee him a starting place, it's not gonna happen.
No, no.
Omega is better aerially. Omega is a better finisher.
Yes,
Maybe he's a better dribbler than Omega. I don't know. So Cole Palmer with his Cole, what's that? Right, I'm not sure what that is. I haven't read about it.
ice.
Something ice.
It's ice, but it's like ice infused with vitamins. I think something like that.
That's some business mindset right there.
Yeah.
The kid, I think he's milking the heck out of that. You could say popularity he achieved after joining Chelsea. I don't blame
Oh
him.
yeah, he is. Yeah. I
It's
think
good,
every single
good business
photo or
mindset.
video of him off season that I saw on X has those packs in and around him.
I mean, I hope it works out well for him because not a lot of athletes have that mindset to start investing early on. Some of them retire and after a few years they go broke.
Yeah. Oh look, I
So
don't
I'm
think
happy
that'll
for
be a
him.
problem.
A lot of them
But
actually, not some. Yeah, yes.
it's not a bad idea. There's nothing like it on the market, but I don't know. It's not really for professionals, I don't think,
I
because
hope it doesn't become a distraction. That's the only time I get concerned. We've seen some
nah,
some young players write books. We know what happened to them.
we
That
do.
was, that was that Englishman that wrote a book. Even he was still very young. Wilshere didn't write a book. I'm not thinking about Wilshere. Who was it? Former Arsenal player. He wrote a book at a very young age. For me, that can be a distraction.
Yeah,
I
even
get it.
Pulisic.
You
Remember
delegate. You
Pulisic?
don't. You just tell a story and somebody writes it for you. But at the same time, you can say it can be a distraction. But go ahead. What you're
Pulisic
saying?
did that as well for, one
Police.
against Sheffield.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to me. So Jesse Derry on why he signed contract extension, just having that little a snippet of playing for the first team last season. I couldn't have thought of anywhere else I'd want to be for my future. It was no brainer. And had it not been for that head-on clash, I think he could have played a lot more, and maybe played enough that Alonso will see him and say, you know what, I want this kid here. And my boy Marco Palestro, this guy is a big kid.
He is a big kid. Yeah,
He's a big
he's a
kid.
bit. He hasn't got used to the fancy cars yet and fancy clothing, but it won't take long.
It looks like his mom is still keeping his money for him.
Yes, everyone came in expensive cars. Like I said, only Alonso came obviously with the van, and he came in with I think it was a hire car if I remember, like just a normal hire car. So he hasn't got.
Probably still settling in.
He's still settling in. Hasn't got the paychecks yet, maybe.
But I like his industry. More importantly,
Yeah, that's he'll. It's good. He shows humility, so he'll actually do. Like I said, don't be surprised. He's going to be one of our most important players going forward.
it looks like it. It looks like it. A fine creator. More importantly, what I like the most, puts the ball in the box with intent, not just for the sake of it. Gittins, he's bulked up a little bit. I think that will go a long way. Maybe Bobby will give him a chance at least for hitting the gym and bulking up, adding more meat.
No, we're still too short, coach. We need
Still too short for
physicality.
Bobby, right? We need. Go ahead.
The way Bobby says it, yeah, physicality.
Yeah, and he never gives up. I love Bobby. I love Bobby. I love. He will never change. I think if he speaks and doesn't mention physicality, height, weak link, um, weakness, those words, then I'd ask him for his ID.
Yeah, pretty much. That's
Yeah.
his calling sign, basically. um, the only I agree with him a little bit in that defensive midfield area. That is the only place I think, especially that if we sold, Santos, etc. Because we had too many of those players anyway. Santos, there's a lot of similar. We didn't need the extra one. So if
And
we
for the
went for
sake of his,
Xhaka.
you could say, for the sake of his career and development, he it wouldn't make sense to stay at Chelsea.
No, no. I'm not sure what United's promised him, but they've obviously promised him game time. I don't know how much game time, but they obviously have. So,
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did I see that United are still trying to sign the what's it,
Edison, yeah, yeah,
Ederson? They're still trying to sign him.
still trying to. Yes, yes.
So now I think Andrey Santos probably will be questioning his decision.
Well, they might not even be done there after that, to be honest, because what's the other player they got? He did an ACL, one of the other guys, so he's going to be out the whole season. One of the other midfielders, I forgot his name, and Casemiro has left as well, obviously. So I wouldn't be surprised they sign even another one if they're going with Andres Santos as their starting one of their starting DM. I don't know how good they will do with that. I don't think he's quite ready for that personally to be starting every week. Maybe I might be wrong, but I don't see that to be honest. But hey, it is what it is. We got what we deserved from him, the money, and we move on.
What's with the Ugarte club? Manuel Ugarte,
Yeah,
was he
Mainu.
sold to Manchester United
Yeah. He was, yeah,
on a permanent?
permanent. Yes, yes.
Manuel Ugarte Ribeiro is a Uruguayan defensive midfielder who plays for Manchester United and the Uruguayan national team. So, but he's currently out injured, or
Is it him that did the ACL? I can't remember.
I'm
I
not
think he
sure
might.
who
Yeah.
I'm not sure who you Ugarte injury. Let me see.
Anyway,
Manchester United in
the way
Europe
the
from his
squad is now, he's
Morata
got.
suffered a severe knee
Yeah,
ligament
that's him. Then yeah, that's
injury.
the one.
So,
Yeah, he did the ACL.
okay.
So that's why
Yeah.
I said they probably could be signing another midfielder on top because they're pretty short there now,
How about the English kid?
and they're in Europe as well now. They're not. It's not.
How about Mainu? I think they
Well, they
have
have
good
Manu
enough.
still. Yeah, they have
Yeah.
Manu still, but it's still not enough. I mean, you're going win.
So
You're
let's
going
say
Manu.
Mainu can also play as a DM.
Yeah, but it's still not enough for a big club coach. You can't have two or three midfielders as a big club, three midfielders. So they're gonna have to sign another one, in my opinion, because they play with the two defensive midfielders as well, especially. But yeah,
All
you can
right.
see why he's gone there. He's got at the moment the way it's structured, he's got a lot of minutes there, a lot of minutes to play.
All right, here's what Ben Jacobs, I believe, he's doing here, and that's my opinion. I think he's trying, this for me, this is for clicks, and that's an opinion. He's trying to get us to rethink what we already know, or maybe what we believe is the case with regards to Real Madrid's statement. Look at what he's saying. He's saying, and I'm glad we can see the word "I" there, which
Yes.
this is an opinion, by the way. I think, two words, signify that that's an opinion. I think Real Madrid wanted to quieten the noise because the tactics of the camp of the Enzo Fernandez camp has been to flirt and flirt and flirt. And yet, the irony of the statement is that Chelsea were pretty blindsided by it. Chelsea did not know the statement was coming. That's an effing lie.
He's just covering his own ass,
Yeah,
basically.
I don't. Yeah, because he was one of those guys that say it was going to happen, right?
Oh, he said personal terms are agreed,
So
and
you're right. So you're probably saying the truth. He's covering his behind. I think you should respond to this comment with because a lot of people wouldn't know. But go ahead.
yeah. So he's one of the ones that was pushing it hard, saying that they're after him. Personal terms are basically agreed. It's just club to club. It'll get done eventually. It's done every day. Every day basically, and then obviously he went quiet for free, and then he deleted all of those.
Then why
And
delete
now,
it? If it was certain that what he reported was in fact was the case, why delete them? So that shows you he lied, or
yeah, he
maybe
got caught
he
out.
spoke with
Yes.
someone that assured him that that was the case. Maybe
Look, maybe he was told a lie.
Pastore paid him. Maybe Enzo Fernandez's camp, maybe they paid him.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that because I mean, he might have been told, like you say, from someone. He believed it though, and went ahead writing it. So still, he's got accountability for it. But yeah, now by him doing this little smart aleck regard, it's just trying to cover himself a little bit more, trying to get back a bit of credibility.
I mean, taking you could say his followers as idiots or people that respect him as idiots. I wouldn't do this. I would just leave it at deleting those false reports because doing this, any person with you could say with an atom of brain matter in this call will look at this and know he's calling me an idiot. And I don't like it when people behave like this. He's not taking responsibility, like you said, but go ahead.
And this is a problem in the Chelsea fan base. They don't know how to be wrong as well. It's exactly the big problem.
And they don't want to be wrong.
Yeah, accountability to be wrong. They're just gonna do anything and say anything and try to cover it up just so they're not wrong. And like I said, it's a big problem in the Chelsea community. Unfortunately, those that it doesn't matter. Bluco out. It doesn't matter win, lose or draw. Bluco out. It doesn't matter. So yeah,
This is a serious reputational damage for him, and I think he's not doing.
he's not taking it well.
Yeah, he's not taking it well. What's the one? That's not exactly what I want to say, but clearly he's not taking it well. I think he's not. Would it be right to say he's not playing it well? He's basically doubling down. He's basically he hasn't said that, but he's basically saying he was right. It's just that Real Madrid are trying.
They change their mind or whatever. Yeah, but
Yeah,
I mean,
that's absolute nonsense.
it's nonsense. Yeah, but there is a lot of people out there who will forgive him because they just do.
He's respectable. He
He
does
is
have the
respectable. Yeah.
connection to actually give us inside scoops every now and then, but he fluffed this one. I think maybe some people are taking advantage of their quest for inside information and are scamming them.
Look, everybody can be wrong and make a mistake. If he probably did that, he should have just put his hand up and said, "I made a mistake. I got fed the wrong information," and then you move on. Simple
And
as that.
I'd respect you for that, just like Vince did.
Exactly. I
Yeah,
would
and
respect that.
I respect and love him for that.
Yeah, this I don't respect because this is
No,
not
I
the guy
don't.
we have to
He's just
respect.
calling you an idiot.
Yeah, yeah. So unfortunately, it is what it is with him. But yeah, that's I don't care too much about him. But yeah, that is the situation with him. Yeah.
I don't like it when people do that, really. And I'm serious. I respected them. I used to respect him a lot, but Jesus Christ, man. All right. Let him continue cooking his followers. Romeo Lavia is back. I hope he stays fit. I think he would do well under Xabi Alonso. I know from a defensive perspective, he's not as good as Xhaka, but he has good vision.
Look, if you're gonna give me to choose who to play in that position, him or Santos, even with the limited minutes, I still choose Lavia, in my personal opinion. I
I'd say,
think
why would I choose him over Santos? I'd say because he's better at beating the press.
much better, much better.
Even
Yes.
much better at beating the press than a lot. You can say maybe not. Enzo Fernandez is also excellent at beating the press, but he's the next best at
No, he's
beating the
even better than
press.
Enzo at beating the press
You
because he can
think?
hold the ball up really close, very low to the ground, and he's so strong. Have you ever seen him get dispossessed? You don't never see Lavia get dispossessed.
I mean, just out of rustiness.
Yeah, even though he never, and if you look at his numbers, he doesn't get dispossessed. The guy is a press machine. He can beat that press. He's got that talent, and he's got the
He's very
strength.
press resistant.
He's got the strength to hold people off, but the balance as well and the vision. He breaks it every time. I don't think I've seen him once, get dispossessed. I've seen him maybe pass it wrong, but I haven't seen him get dispossessed because he's that good at it.
Just stay
So
fit.
yeah, if he stays fit, I can tell you now, I think he'll be a starter in a Xavi Alonso system. He'll be a starter there. If Enzo leaves, especially if Enzo leaves and he's fit, I can tell you he's going to be pretty much a starter in my opinion.
A Sugo fitting in Javi's approach.
Now he'll fit as well. He'll be a solid rotational piece to rotate with Lavia, to rotate with Caicedo. He's there as well. I think he
Capable of
stays.
starting, but he has to prove that at Chelsea.
Yeah, no, we're not going to start over Caicedo and those senior guys. Even Lavia is more senior than him, so he's not really going to start over those. But he will be playing a lot. He will be coming on, I think, and closing out
And then if
games.
he shows that he's capable of doing better than any of them, he gets to start.
Then he gets his chance. He gets to step up. There could be injuries, suspensions. Of course, he's going to get his chance. But I think that is the reason we were comfortable in letting Andrey Santos go because we have Asugo, we have Lavia. I know people keep saying the Lavia is injury prone and he's never going to play. Well, like I said, I think this is the season where he does play because his body stopped growing, and you can see there in that photo, he actually looks pretty lean.
Is I'd
He's
say
not
a
that
lot
muscly.
bulkier. Maybe it's a photo illusion.
Yeah, he's not. He's used to be. He's quite bulky normally. His biceps and
So you
everything would.
think he's leaner, but he's actually not bulky in the sense that I think he's muscled up.
Yeah, to me, he looks a little bit smaller. To be honest.
Really?
Yeah, from what I see, he looks like he's lost maybe a couple of kilos there.
Well, he doesn't need more meat.
No, he doesn't need more meat. Jay can testify to that. Um, so
All
yeah,
right.
I think he's
I
important.
think
Yeah.
the picture. We'll let the photos drive this conversation from now on, and hopefully, I think it will be good. Then in a bit we'll go back to go check if anything new emerged. If this guy stays fit, he could play a huge role under Xavi. as one of the TVs pairing the others.
On the right hand side, yes. The right CB, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, right centre back. Yeah, in the back three, and he's capable. But the question is, will he stay fit to, you can say, cover grounds in terms of the dormant period in his development, which led to him, even though he stayed fit and towards the end of the season, he still does something every now and then. He still does something that reflects the fact that yeah, he's still kind of raw, down to the fact that he hadn't played consistently for a while because he was injured.
Yeah, and hopefully he doesn't have any attitude problems because I think Xavi Alonso will be pretty quick to move him on
You
if
will
he
bench him
does.
quickly.
Yeah, so that could be a problem as well if he doesn't click with Xavi Alonso and Xavi Alonso doesn't like maybe, how he's acting or stuff he's saying or what he's showing in training. Well, don't be surprised he's moved on or on loan somewhere. And yeah, it'll be pretty hard to sell him now, but on loan, you get money and if he gets to play somewhere a lot,
And he
then
leaves the dressing room.
correct. Yeah. So don't be surprised that can happen under Alonso. But I think, yeah, he's key if we buy a second on top of a second CB on top of another one. If we buy another one, I think he's key to that. And I think Alonso will make a decision on that. I think he wants to probably see him in preseason.
I think it'd be accurate to say he's behaved in a manner that suggests that he could be a toxic character in the
He
dressing
could be
room.
one of those. Yes.
Yeah, he
He
could be
could
one
be
of
one of
those.
those.
I hope he's not. I hope Alonso puts him in his place. I hope the fact that yeah he knows Alonso, he cannot measure. He hasn't won anything quarter of what Alonso won during his playing days. Maybe that will lead to him humbling himself. But he doesn't look like a humble individual.
Not so much.
Doesn't.
And stuff he does off field tells you that a little bit as well. It can tell you a little bit of that as well. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we don't know him personally, but we've seen some certain behavior on social media that suggests, yeah, this guy might not be a humble individual, very toxic, you know. But go ahead,
yeah,
and full of himself, I have to say.
not caring basically, getting 100 fines and losing his life. Doesn't care, like very reckless in a way. So that can tell you, if you have that a bit off the pitch, that can come across onto the pitch as well. But look, the thing is, some of the assistant managers that are staying, so McFarlane is staying, look like a part of the coaching group. Um, that Cueva guy is staying part of the coaching group, and Ben Roberts, it looks like he's staying part of the coaching group, along with Alonso's people as well. So they would already know that how
So
he is.
there'll be Alonso's window to the character of the each of the
Yes,
behavior, each
yeah,
of the
he'll get a
players, so
heads
to
up.
speak.
He'll get
Yeah.
a heads up on each player,
Which
especially.
is why it's important to keep those insiders.
Of course, it's important, and that's what people, where they're saying, and that's what I wanted to bring up this point. It's important to keep McFarlane and these ones because they've been there, they've heard, they've seen. If you just bring completely new, well, yeah, you're giving everyone a clean slate, but then you're kind of asking for trouble again because it can pop up the same troubles that happened before. This way,
And you're not going to be prepared for that.
well, no, there's no time to be prepared for it because once the season starts, then you're stuck with those players and you're moving on till 6 months till January. So, yeah, I think it's good to have those guys mixed in because they will
They know the
give,
players.
they
They'd
know the
be a
players
window to the
personally,
character of those players, the behavior, if
especially
you
at those
will.
assistant managers where they spend pretty much every day with players, whereas the head coaches don't, the managers don't, the head managers don't. It's mostly the assistant managers that do all that work. So they have that insight and personality. They know everyone, what went down before, who reacted, how that, especially those last dozen games where we, completely fell apart. Who put their head down, who didn't, who was committed, who wasn't. So I think that's going to help quite a lot. Yeah.
It will. I loved him a lot, but at some point, I started seeing things that led to me not trusting him that much. His behavior, I started being concerned. But let's see whether his respect for Javi changes everything. Big up to you too, Santiago Muno, my assistant. Always nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. I hope your absence simply means that you've been busy. If that's the case, happy for you because, yes, bills don't pay themselves. Big up to you too. And Drew says, what a terrible attitude Garnacho has. What did he do?
He's done nothing.
Let's say breaking news. Alejandro Garnacho is preparing to leave Chelsea. Let's say that Garnacho and Chelsea are increasingly distant. Okay, he's making it a lot easier for us.
What's that wording? That's weird wording.
Increasingly distant. I think I've gotten used to the how Fabrizio Romano presents his reports. English isn't his first language, so
It's English, yeah, exactly, yeah.
I think you could say probably this for me trying to tell us he's increasingly likely to leave Chelsea.
Yes, and what we've been saying all
And I
along.
wouldn't blame him. That I wouldn't call it an attitude thing.
No.
If I foresee, if I in advance see that something isn't going to work out for me, why still engage in doing that thing?
It's definitely not an attitude thing. Why?
Not
Because
an
we had
attitude thing. I wouldn't
we
call
had
it.
it confirmed from Maresca and from Rosinia that it's not an attitude. He was one of the hardest working, put his head down, stay back after training, come early. He earned the respect of those managers. So it tells you it's nothing to do with that.
Attitude, I'd say, is a list of his problems. It just didn't work out at Chelsea. He changed his attitude.
Yeah. I think that's just more fan made up, the attitude stuff. Because, like I said,
I mean, he was drilled into our scores by Manchester United fans that he has attitude issue.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
but let's see what happens.
zero problems at Chelsea.
Yeah,
It's just a stylistic fit. It doesn't fit for stylistically going forward, formation wise. It just doesn't work. So yeah, you can't at his age. You're not going to keep a player. You sell him or you loan him. The club has to make that decision.
yeah. Cueva gets paid how much for Gusto to get dunked at the back post? Cueva cannot make Gusto taller. He
And you can't make him smarter either.
You can't make him smarter either. That I wish we were streaming in landscape format. This is funny, really, but I get Jesus Christ, I get it. But that's by the way. Let's see. Made a Chelsea form lately. Who's Modmana responding to?
I don't know. He's talking to
Yeah.
himself now.
Okay. Garnacho was never a Chelsea type of player. Not sure why we ever got him. Garnacho was just an opportunistic signing, which we knew at the time. If it doesn't work out, they'll move him on. The question is, how much are we gonna get for him? All right. Big up my bro Tebe. It's in the chat. Always nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding time to join the conversation. Please be sure to drop a like on the video to help us garner more likes. Help, yes. Yes, press your screen for about a second to see the like and comment options, the bells and whistles. Swipe up to go full screen and you will enjoy it quite a lot if you go full screen. Tobago. What's the best South African food? Okay, Tobago is there to respond to you. Why did I even read that?
But I like South African barbecue. I love that. It's good stuff.
Really? Where did you taste it?
Oh, here in Australia. I had a South African friend growing up, and always got invited to the barbecues to their house. So, yeah.
I haven't tasted South African food before. I know of a South African beer that I want to taste.
Tobago will know it.
And
It's
how do
the-
we've talked about that actually. I haven't had it before, but I learned about it from Joven Chaka Chaka's music.
I don't know who that is, I don't know that one. So I don't listen to South African music. I have no idea.
The Nigerians loved that song a lot. I liked it, so that was when I learned. I think it's a traditional beer, and I hope to one day.
Tobago,
taste
Tobago.
it.
What's that sausage called? The one that goes in a coil, round in a coil.
A sausage?
Yeah, A very long sausage.
Only the sausage, shouldn't it be a sausage?
It is the one that goes in a coil, like coils up, really, really long. I forgot the name of it, but they used to make it at home. They homemade it. That was really good stuff. Yeah, very nice.
Honestly, really would like to go to South Africa and the safaris, the Kenyan safari, and all that someday. It will happen. I think I'll plan that with Tobago when the time comes. I have a friend who lives in South Africa, now lives in the United States. All his kids were born in South Africa.
Oh,
He's into real
I've
estate,
got it.
yeah.
Yeah, the
Go ahead, let me
Boerewors.
try if I can sort
It's a
this situation.
Boerewors sausage. The Boerewors sausage.
Oh,
You
okay.
probably
The
know it,
Boer
Tobago.
sausage, you call it? Oh,
It's
okay.
Boerewors. Boerewors. It's a weird. Just put South African sausage
It's
in
still a
Google.
sausage, isn't it?
Put South African sausage in Google and it'll come up.
All right, let's see. What do you think about the fan base lately on X ranting, and especially the bigger Chelsea fan accounts? It's always negative from them. Here's
Oh
the
yeah.
thing. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna try to be as balanced as possible. Fans have every right to rant, to complain, but the one that annoys me, infuriates me, are the ones that have made it their brands. As much as our owners they've faltered, they've made quite a lot of mistakes. I think it'd be accurate to phrase it like that if you want. But that doesn't warrant us questioning everything that they do. Even when we're trying to do right, there are people there questioning it. When we were on the verge of hiring what's his name, hiring Xavi Alonso, a big account, one of the biggest units, we're telling the Chelsea fans it's absolute horse dung. If you believe that we're going to hire Xavi Alonso, I have a bridge to sell to you. The problem is that it's not a one-off thing. Had that been a one-off thing, you'd say yes, yeah, he has every right to be bitter because the owners they behave badly or they've done a lot of you can say not done a lot correct, right. But the biggest issue is that there are people you could argue if you followed them and do an analysis on everything they've been saying about the club, you'd learn that they actually want the club to fail so that they'd say, I told you so. I have friends. I'm still friends with them because I don't block people or stop talking to people because we disagree. And I'm always a big believer in, you can say, again, that if we all agree, then something is definitely wrong or most likely wrong. That'd be the most accurate way to say that. I think there are times when, we all agree that something is right and that thing definitely will be right. So the point I'm trying to make, question the owners, criticize them, but dang it, try and be objective. Yeah, try. Lack of objectivity is a big problem. For instance, telling your followers that we're penny pinching, that's why we were penny pinching, that's why we didn't sign Xhaka. When in fact, Sunderland from the onset said it's not about money, they don't want to sell Xhaka. You just need crisis. It just seems as if they need crisis to exist for their respective YouTube channels to do well. And it's concerning. I'm not saying we shouldn't criticize the owners or the sporting directors for the mistakes they've made, the believed mistake they've made. It depends on who you ask. Or the owners, you can say going from signing experienced players to signing in, you can say younger players, which for me always a good plan because it worked until it didn't work, until we didn't capitalize. Probably there are other reasons behind that. It's not as simple as a lot of people make it out to be. But my point is, try at least to be objective and not just saying someone already saying they're gonna fail Alonso and all that. That wouldn't stop me from talking to anybody, but Jesus Christ. It just seems that some of those accounts don't know how to be objective. Andrey Santos were now learning that he actually wanted to leave since January. And I'm quite sure if we still have Rosinia as our manager, I think he stays. And I don't blame him. He's looking out for himself. And he's at the age where he needs to be playing to continue developing. If he stays at Chelsea, for whatever reason, he might end up not playing enough to continue developing. So, but yet you see people blaming the club, complaining, like the other guy called Kafka's View, or what's his name? I don't respect him anymore. And I used to respect him, but he's figured out that being negative, because being negative is different from criticizing the club. When you know an account that's find an account that's negative, you will know, because it's always, you can say, criticize, finding a negative, you can say, angle to whatever the club does. And there are a lot of fans that sock it all up and click it, and it's working for them. He's learned the Kafka's Alexis, Alex is his name, I think. He's learned that, yeah, questioning everything the club does, it works. I have a lot of content creators that I respect a lot that have gone down that path, because they've learned negativity grows your account faster than anything. And I'm not saying, if you're criticizing the club, if you're saying that the sporting directors are SHIT, that's negativity. No. When you see an account that's negative, you will know. But of course, when you say people are being negative, they start, their defense is usually, yeah, whenever I say anything against the club, they say, I don't really care. You can go F yourself. Really. And if you want to debate, we can debate on something sensible. And when you win, I'll let you know what, this argument is accurate. You won. You have won. But when you're being just disingenuous just for the clicks, I'll let you know. And that's who I am. And that's why the Mineral FC and I are good friends, because he hardly ever gives the club credit. I get it, the criticism of the owners and everything. And I don't do stupid nonsense like something that just doesn't make any sort of sense just for the sake of clicks. I don't. And I said this yesterday. The other one that's saying the club is penny pinching, I think he's had a YouTube channel for 1,000 years and still has not been able to do a single giveaway for his followers to appreciate them. Everything he makes, he pockets it. But he's quick to tell people how the club is penny pinching because they didn't pay 17 million to sign Granit Xhaka, which in fact the main reason we didn't push further or didn't get the deal across the line is because the club didn't want to sell him. I digress, because this thing, it gets me.
There you go, coach. There's no point.
Honestly.
One
Go
thing
ahead.
I want to add, did you see the PYS, what he put out today?
I think they're actually cooking him now.
They're cooking him because he's actually,
Because for once, he's objective.
yeah, for once he's being objective and he's getting absolutely cooked. They're saying he's on the payroll.
Welcome to our end.
Welcome to our world. But yeah, he deserves it because he's one of the main instigators, to be honest.
I think he's maturing. He's not going to be a
Yeah.
kid forever.
Yep.
He's
still a kid.
maturing, yeah. And if you're building your account by being, you could say, negative, I think at some point it will backfire, and it will backfire spectacularly.
I think he's gathered all the negative people. Now he's going for the positive people.
Let's see how they respond. I think he's seen the sample of how he responds, because now they're calling him Brown Envelope.
Yep, that's what he is now.
Yeah. I like that song. You like it, right? I love that song. Joven Chaka Chaka. I think it was him. Is it Chaka Chaka or Shaka Chaka? I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Jay just joined the stream, and first thing I hear is sausage. Why are we not streaming in landscape format? I think I need to create another what's it called, window in a vertical format where we can add what's it called, the bells and whistles, like the laughter emoji, thumbs up emoji, middle finger emoji, and all that.
And this hurts my eyes, this format. It's so small, this format. Because I'm on the laptop. Anyone on a laptop it's small.
Yeah, we'll change it. I think we're able to stream in a dual format, but the built or the structure of the window makes it difficult for vertical format if the main streaming format is in landscape. Okay, responding to Mod Mana. Mod Mana is an educated AI. I don't know how else to phrase that. If we need change, like we've always cried out for, there are certain changes that has to be done, and of course, we won't like all of them. I think it will happen. We're not going to like all of them, so I agree with you. Santiago Mundo says that there are assuredly ongoing direct talks between Chelsea and Rayo Vallecano over Pep Chavarría. I think that deal will happen. Yeah, people, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you. Alonso era starts now. Dante, any other thing you want us to talk about before we call it a day?
No, we've covered everything. Just the Pep Chavarría deal. Yeah, I think it's just formalities, like I said, stuff for the contracts, money, extra. They're gonna end up agreeing, but yeah, it's people saying that it's all Chelsea. Well, it's probably Vallecano playing hardball as well and asking for other things, because otherwise, I think Chelsea would have already probably just paid that release clause, because it's only a few million or what they offer it now anyway. So, but it's probably, obviously it's not structured right. They don't like the terms, so that's why they're arguing probably. So it will happen, I think because it is an Alonso definite signing, so as all of them have him, but I think this will happen because it's not far away from the release clause money anyway.
And reports suggest that they're making progress. Both Rayo Vallecano and Chelsea are confident that they will reach an agreement.
Yeah, exactly. So it will happen. It's just, it's just got to, hopefully it happens by the by next week, because they're going to leave on the tour. So they still got a little bit. They've got a week to do it.
Yeah. All right. What else do we have? This is Emmanuel Emera. I like him. I think he would do well. Injury meant he didn't go to the World Cup. He will do really well, and I'm happy for him. A lot of people don't rate him, but I like it. Not too much.
He's not even getting a chance. People already written him off. He's not even getting a chance, and he hasn't even kicked the ball for Chelsea yet.
That's usually the ones that succeed.
Exactly. So that's what I said. Yeah. Plus, he's unique. He's a very unique build. There's no players like him. He's
a
very
fine
unique.
Finisher, quick.
Good finisher, very fast for his height. Being 6'5", nearly 5 foot, 6'6". I mean, he's very fast for his height, and very strong up top, upper body. But the only criticism I have of him is lower body strength, core strength. He can get pushed under the ball, or he can get a bit put off balance because he's so tall, obviously. So I think that's something he obviously will work on at Chelsea. But that is the only criticism, probably. The rest is actually very good. I think he'll do very well. Oh, sorry, you got the little one there.
Yeah, but you can barely see his head. Her head. I like it like that. I don't want to show her face.
I can't.
All right.
Anyway.
I don't know. Anything else? This says haven't been introduced to the staff. His office, and after taking part in his club media duties, Xabi Alonso is ready to head to the grass ahead of the opening day of the Premier League. I'm gonna have to change the timing of the show, otherwise I'll be running into this issue every time we stream. That's anything else you want us to talk about? I don't think anything new emerged, but I'll check for the sake of it.
We can wrap it up.
All right. I think it makes sense. Let's just wrap it up. But I'll still say, I want to say thank you to all of you that have found the time to join the conversation. Thank you so much, Santiago Muno, my assistant. They say lateness is greatness. Same goes to you, Tobeho and Ziggy TA. It looks like this is your first time here. If that isn't the case, please let me know. But if that is the case, welcome to Chelsea Perspective. Feel at home, express yourself. All we ask of you is to keep it civil. Let's say here your opinion matters. I forgot to say that. Jay, thank you for joining the conversation. Nemaya Fowale was also here. Nemaya, thank you for joining the conversation. And thank you to the captain of the community in Constantine for finding the time to join me on the panel. Juve also, thank you. And if I missed your name, apologies. See you guys next time. And please, I have to work on the closing credit. I think we're missing a few names there. We're missing use man and use names. Rich had use names, but I'll add that later on. So if I miss your name, apologies. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all, and cheers.
Cheers, guys. Take care. Okay.
From the bridge to the stand, I carry that crest in my hand. Rain on my shoulders, still I stand. Tell me who wears it like we can. Mud on the boots, heart of gold. Those stories living in the cold. Every name that the walls still hold. I was born for this, I was told. Hear that roll in the air, feel that fire everywhere. We don't bend, we don't fold. We were cut from that blue gold. Blue till the end, blue till the end. We rise again, we rise again. Blue till the end, blue till the end. This is our name, this is our skin. When the pressure comes down hard, we don't flinch, we play our part. Every scar on the back says more than 1,000 songs before. From the first whistle to the last, we remember where we came from fast. No throne, no crown, no borrowed fame, just a city calling out that name. Hear that roll in the air, feel that fire everywhere. We don't bend, we don't fold, we were cut from that blue gold. Blue till the end, blue till the end. We rise again, we rise again. Blue till the end, blue till the end. This is our name, this is our skin. Let the whole ground shake, let the whole world know. We don't chase a moment, we are the home. Hands up high, voice up loud. Same old pride, same crowd. Blue till the end, blue till the end. We rise again, we rise again. Blue till the end, blue till the end. This is our name, this is our skin. Yeah. Ooh. Blue till the end, blue till the end. Loyalty stays even through the storm. From the bridge to the stand, I carry that crest in my hand. Rain on my shoulders, still I stand. Tell me who wears it like we can. Mud on the boots, heart of gold. Those stories living in the cold. Every name that the walls still hold. I was born for this, I was told. Hear that roll in the air, feel that fire everywhere. We don't bend, we don't fold. We were cut from that blue gold. Blue till the end, blue till the end. We rise again, we rise again. Blue till the end, blue till the end. This is our name, this is our skin. When the pressure comes down hard, we don't flinch, we play our part. Every scar on the back says more than 1,000 songs before. From the first whistle to the last, we remember where we came from fast. No throne, no crown, no borrowed fame, just a city calling out that name. Hear that roll in the air, feel that fire everywhere. We don't bend, we don't fold, we were cut from that blue gold. Blue till the end.